Now, we've seen in the under 23 cyclocross world championships in the women's class that a hidden motor has actually been found in one of her spare bikes.
Yeah, so the question we're going to pose today is, could this have ever happened in a cross-country mountain bike race?
And to do just that, we've brought in a global cycling network, Dirt Roadie.
Sorry, we're good.
Let the music play!
So, Si, tell me about this bike.
All right, well, if there is any cheating going to be in mountain biking, then the chances are I probably did start on the road. And this little bit of kit has come from exactly that. You may be wondering what is in my giant saddlebag. It's not just my packed lunch. There is, in fact, a battery. And so the wire from the battery goes into the seat tube, and then the business end is right here. This is where the motor sits, okay? And it produces about 150 watts, which is pretty reasonable, I think, for like a fit mountain biker. And then that drives the bottom bracket axle directly by like a little pinion gear. And then you simply switch it on and off using that little switch at the handlebars. If you took your feet off the pedals would still turn round, but it does mean that when you stop pedaling to try and freewheel, then the motor stops. So then you'd have to switch it back on again.
Do you think this conceivably could have happened in a cross-country mountain bike race?
Conceivably, yeah. Whether or not it's faster, I don't know. I think we should try and find out.
Let's try it.
So this is what Si's up against. Canyon's highest spec mountain bike, hardtail, full carbon frame. I have got some electronics though, but only in my derailleur. Now this bike only weighs 7.5 kilos, which is 4 kilograms lighter than Simon's bike. It could be the weight in the climbs that really just makes a difference, and hopefully I'll get that win.
Okay, Si, I'm on my cross-country 29er, super lightweight bike, and it's kind of hard work pedalling up this hill. How does that feel?
Well, I haven't got my motor switched on yet, mate, so to be honest with you, I think you probably should just do a little bit more training. But it you can definitely feel that it's working. I suppose the funny thing about saying you've got 150 watts is that 150 watts to someone that's 50 kilos and isn't very fit is a massive amount, whereas the bigger you are, the less it gets. But certainly, I'm not having to work anywhere near as hard right now. So do you mind if we press on a bit? Because I'm getting a bit cold, if I'm honest.
Give us a tow.
Sorry, mate. You got it?
Okay guys, time to race. I'd love to do it myself, but actually I'm on a full suspension bike, so it wouldn't be a direct comparison. And my seat foam's a little bit out of torque. So Scotty, it's up to you, I'm afraid. It's cross-country time trial, 1 lap. E-bike versus your legs. Let's do it.
Hang on a minute. Sorry, you can't go just yet, mate. I've noticed.
This is getting way too roady.
You got to look right for these things, haven't you? There you go. You're ready to go.
Tell you what, Si, not gonna lie, Canyon was a rocket ship, but I'd be very interested to have a go on your electric assist bike.
I'm not surprised, mate. 150 extra watts. Who can argue?
Yeah. Should we do a swap?
All right, go on then.
Come on, I know you want a shot of this.
I was going to say, I'm pretty excited about getting on that.
Go on. There you go. Look after her though.
I will do, mate.
She is my baby.
Okay, fellas, the times are in. Right, I'll hit you with it. Scott, you are 1 minute 19 faster on the cross-country bike.
What?
Than the e-bike. Si, you're only 38 seconds faster on the cross-country bike.
You did switch it on, didn't you, mate?
I think I pressed on.
So,
Pretty sure.
turns out the cross-country bike is actually faster than the e-bike.
Yeah, what I've actually got to pick up on this is that you can actually feel the extra 4 kilograms. It's quite a lot heavier.
A lot of weight.
And also that saddlebag being right up high. The weight's quite high, and when you're actually maneuvering on the descents, it's just not got that same agility that the cross-country bike has.
That is an awful lot of time. Where do you think the cross-country bike made that time?
Well, ironically enough, I'm pretty sure it was on the climb. You know, you've got 150 extra watts, but it doesn't offset the fact that that canyon is 4 kilos less, and it is just built for going fast, isn't it? The one place I did notice the electric bike was over the top of any kind of steep kicker where you're soft pedaling, getting your breath back, and that's when I felt that extra 150 watts, which is quite subtle, but that was just sort of dragging me along a little bit.
I think as well with that pinion mechanism, as soon as you come to any obstacle where you've maybe got to stop pedaling, freewheel a little bit, it obviously kicks off and you've got to press on again. So there's a bit of a lag there as well. So
I think in conclusion, we can say that you'd be pretty stupid to use one of these in a cross-country race.
yeah.
You would, unless I suppose you were really light and really weak, in which case maybe 150 watts might help you. But yeah, generally speaking, I don't think there's any stress about this being used in the Olympics.
But I tell you what the bike would be good for is if you're out on the canal paths, having that extra 150 watts could be really beneficial.
Yeah, that is true actually, and the bike is a lot lighter than an e-bike, isn't it? Maybe 10 kilos lighter, but everything was put in pretty sharp focus, wasn't it? We were standing on a fire road filming a section, and a guy on an electric enduro bike came past about 30k an hour, putting out 500 watts.
Yeah.
But then you have got that 350 watts to compensate for, and that's quite a big difference really.
Yeah.
It's massive.
So.
If you want to check out some more videos like this, you can click just up there and I'll take you through to Our Country is Fast on Descents.
Yeah, or, to hope you don't mind guys, if you click down there, you go through to GCN's video where we test out a similar bike with a hidden motor, which arguably may or may not have been used in bike races before, so check it out.
And before you watch either of them, I think you should hit subscribe. You get a great video every day of the week and it's absolutely free.
Yeah.
And if you enjoyed this versus, then give us a thumb up like.